speaking of HOA, they raised the HOA in my community.
Mine got raised too.
Are you serious? What's
Yeah.
going on with this? Mine
I don't know what's happening.
Mine was raised, I think it was like almost $100 a month raised.
No.
Increase.
Are you going to send him a letter and
You know
angry?
what? Part of me thinks this would be a great video, and I'm really, part of me is worried about it. And part of me thinks it would be a great video. Going over their budget and reacting to it.
I would love that. I think that's hilarious. You explain
I
like
was told-
HOAs and everything, and then
I was told the car they patrol the area in, which is
For
probably
your
like,
building or?
No, it's not a building. It's like a gated community.
Okay.
So there are probably, my guess is maybe like 500 homes in this community. Maybe a few hundred homes. I don't know. But they have this car that just like goes around constantly with little lights on the back. It looks like a Ford Focus or something like this.
Like a Google car?
I'm told someone reviewed the documents. Guess how much that car is per year to lease. They're paying this every single year.
lease it?
It's a Ford Focus.
Just to lease it?
I'm gonna say some egregious number, 15,000, 20,000.
To lease the Ford Focus.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's a Ford Focus. So this is probably
A $30,000
peak.
car.
Yeah. Maybe the
Yeah.
car market's high. Maybe $35,000 to
Just-
buy the car outright.
Just to lease it, like not even like including the person driving it or anything?
No, just the car itself.
Bruh. Per year? I mean,
Per year.
realistically.
It's a $30,000 car.
I mean, now I feel like I should say like 20,000 just to say something crazy. Cause
All right. You want to hear crazy?
Yeah.
$40,000 a year.
Oh my god.
That is the cost of this car.
Do they have
How?
multiple?
They should have a Lamborghini.
How?
Like what?
I
They
don't
very well could at that price,
Yeah.
actually.
$40,000 a year. That's a good question if they have multiple. I only see one of them at a time. Maybe they have two, but still, even two. We're talking realistically, $500 a month per car, so it should be, let's say you have three of them, $18,000 a year for three of them. But then insurance, right? Gas and stuff like that. 25, something, 40,000. I don't get it.
The surveillance in my neighborhood is 200,000 for my neighborhood.
Per year?
But your neighborhood is
My neighborhood's
Whoa.
big.
But his is huge.
It's a big neighborhood. But still, I was looking at that, and I was looking at my HOA docs, and they're like pulling in like 7 figures a year.
I would
spending
love
it.
to. I would love to review it, but I realize HOAs, like if you are on the bad side of that, you're like
that's a good
blacklisted.
point.
You like they will make your life awful. And so it's like, do you really want to go up for what? Like you get a funny video out of it, and people are like, oh, look at a $40,000 car.
Yeah.
Is that worth it? I don't know. Because all of a sudden then they're like, hey Graham, here's a notice, your car is too loud. And you have to remove it from our premises because
make
it doesn't
another
meet the
Just wage war against the HOA.
I don't want to move. That's the thing. Then it's like, because they would have the right as the HOA. They supersede me. You know, I could complain, but like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they have the final say. Do you bite the hand that feeds? Probably not. But still, 40 grand.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be great if I get on that HOA and just like
Yeah.
cutting costs, like how much, like the car.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
We have Lucky Lopez get us like a $5,000 car.
This guy, he literally was planning on attending an HOA board meeting to complain about.
That's funny.
What was it?
The weights in the gym.
The weights in the gym that of the
you
community
should.
he's in.
Okay, so the weights end at 50 pounds, and I thought they should end at 70. And I thought it would be a great use of capital if we could just increase the weights at the gym.
That'd be fire.
And oh my gosh, and I was even going to plan it like the residents would live longer with the higher weights, and therefore they'd be able to make more money. So I thought it was a
Right.
good investment in the future.
That's a great.
And more people would
great
want to
investment.
move there if
Because they have the-
because they have not only more higher weights, but also because the residents were in better shape
That's genius.
and they had bigger muscles, so they entice more people.
Right,
to
it's like
wanna move
marketing. It's
Their
advertising.
marketing will
great
be,
marketing.
we have
Yeah.
70-pound dumbbells.
Yes,
Yes,
but also
and
look at
strong residents
look
as
at
well.
like everyone looks like Liver Kings while you're in the gym.
They have you on there like this.
Graham's a backpack.
Everyone's just carrying the barbells like up and down the street.
That's smart, man.
It would.
That's a really good idea. Pitch it to him.
Oh, I think so.
I like it.
But yeah, they came out with this rule now where you can't park on the street after 10 p.m.
Oh.
So all the cars have to be fit. So here's the thing. They said their preference was that all cars be parked in the garage. So you can't even like park in the driveway, in the garage, unless the garage is inaccessible. or like unusable for whatever reason, and then you could park it in the driveway. But like the goal is to get all cars out of sight after 10 p.m.
Oh wow, that is very specific.
Yeah.
And interesting.
Yeah.
What's the point of a driveway? You know?
I don't know. Oh, and then they also limited the size of the car that you could have parked in front of your house. Yeah, so they wanted to prevent people from having like the big vans or like, little buses or stuff like that parked in their driveway, which I was never bothered by. I don't know who's bothered by it. But
they said the aesthetics are off. We have to fix this.
Yeah, there's a height requirement on that. And there is actually, they did enact a decibel sound for your car's exhaust.
What HOA are you living in,
I'm
man?
like,
this is crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
I'm being serious though. They honestly, a decibel requirement for the car.
Yeah, but are they actually going to accost somebody who's like driving their car?
The thing is no, but they create a system where they could do anything they want to. They could find something. So if they don't like you, they could say, well, you drive that car and it's a little bit too loud, and we'll enforce it on you. But the other guy, he's cool. We don't have to do that, but we'll do it on you.
Wow.
So they create an environment where you have to play by their rules. So that's why I'm like, do I really want to go up against it? And like, probably not, but it would make a great video.
True. They're going to be like, we are going to increase Graham's fee
Exactly.
by $300 and only him.
I don't know. It's for me, it's just the cost. If we could figure out where we're wasting money and bring it back down. Because then I worry, this was an issue with Los Angeles, is that there were, not HOAs, but city services and things like this that would be taxpayer funded. But then the money would go to somebody who's like running the company, who's friends with the person who set it up. Like, I'll give you an example. There was a homeless shelter in Los Angeles. And I think the rent was like $60,000 to $80,000 a month. Someone investigated this, and it turned out the person who owns the homeless shelter that they're leasing for like 80 grand a month was friends with someone on the city board. And the rent was twice market value. And they never actually set it up. So they're spending twice the market value. It's worth 40 grand. He's getting 80, and it's empty. And it was never used as a homeless shelter. And there's a lot of stuff.
That's so bad.
Like, what if someone on the HOA board is friends with the person who's leasing the car for $40,000? I'm like, there's maybe conflicts of interest.
That's a good point right there.
I don't know.
You should investigate.
I don't know where it's going.
That's a good video right there.
The math does not add up. Yeah.
That would be like a CoffeeZilla style video where like you have to
you versus your own HOA. That's what that is like an iDubbbz type video. New style iDubbbz video. I like it.
I don't want to move. I like where I'm at. I'm just curious, That's all. I'm just curious.
Join the HOA. Become one of them.
Become one. Imagine for the
start
video,
raising on Jeremy.
Imagine for the video that like I joined the HOA to infiltrate.
That would be so good, dude.
Get to the
like
bottom.
CIA.
That would be so
down
good,
the costs.
I love that video idea.
Or propose like ridiculous rules and see what they'll go with.
I would love that idea.
No, because everyone has to vote on them. So you can never get anything ridiculous. I'm just curious about some of the contracts.
This is not to scare you out of your apartment that your co-op that you're buying with the HOA.
Yes,
they're lovely.
I'm sure you're going to be just
Co-ops
fine.
I know what I'm getting into. It's okay.